Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. Well, we're nearly done with buying all the machinery that I want to buy, actually. The main thing that I want to focus on soon is starting to buy cows. I know that they're going to be a bit expensive to start off with, and we've got a couple of extra bits that we're going to need to get. But we'll be able to do that soon. If we can get the cows, then we're also going to be wanting to buy a few small fields in order to get the grass. And we don't have to worry about TMR to start with cows. Right? We absolutely don't need to worry about that to start off with. We can just go with something a bit smaller. So I'm going to go to there. I'm going to let the hired help take over on that one. And then I'm going to go over here to you. Oops, I don't want to shut you off. Why are you still running? They don't normally still run. They normally shut off if you're far enough away. And we're going to drive you back to the farm. We're going to get the other 47,000 litres of potatoes that we've got left, dump them in this trailer, and then we're going to sell these as well. And that will be it then for all of our potato-pos. By the time we get up there, price of potato-pos may have dropped a bit more. We may not even be bringing them to this point right here. We may be taking them to the other one, to the port, and selling them there instead, because the price there is still reasonable. Let's get going as fast as we can. Yeah, I'm on the right track, I think. We go with the tractor, because then we can get to selling just a little bit faster, because the stayer is struggling to pull those trailers wherever we go. So if we got a tractor with a little bit more oomph under the bonnet, that's going to help us out quite a bit, isn't it? And then we'll go for a bit. We'll have 3 different tractors. Eventually, we're going to work towards having 3 tractors the same. I probably already decided on a tractor that I wanted to get, and then I've gone and changed my mind on that, because I've completely forgotten what I decided beforehand, so now I'm saying something completely different. I do apologise for that, if I did already state specifically that I was going to get one particular type of tractor, but, you know, that's just, yeah, that's how these things go, isn't it? And this field in here, field 24, I always used to do that one as one of the grass fields. That was a slightly bigger grass field, and you get quite a reasonable amount of grass out of it. One thing I'm going to be doing differently to how I always used to play the game myself is I am going to, like, it used to be that you didn't have grass as a field, so you couldn't leave hired help doing anything in the field. Now, obviously, we can have hired help doing it. Why am I coming down here? The potatoes are up in the other field. I'm just driving around the racetrack, that's all. There is method to my madness. I just wanted to test the track. That was all. Bring you on round here. See, we're having an open day soon, and we're going to be doing some racing. So I just need to make sure that the track is actually acceptable, and it does work. It appears to be alright. Bit of a challenge for some of the machines, but I think we're going to be able to do it. Helper B has completed their task. That is our more expensive, our more expensive tractor that has gone and completed its task. That's good. So I will get these. I'm not going to shift that one. Actually, I am going to shift it because I'm going to leave the tractor where it is. It's missed a couple of bits. There and there. I don't think they're worth worrying about. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and see where these bits are missed. Oh, I can see one bit right there. Obviously didn't turn round quite properly. Oh, it's because of where the barn was. So the other end will be where the tree was. So I've done that bit. And there's another bit down in that corner down over there. I'm not going to worry about that now. So let's fold you up there a minute. And let's unfold you a minute. You've left a patch here. These, they're not wide enough. They are not wide enough. That's to do with the hired help and the width of the machine. I'm hoping that when we get the 8-meter extensions, we won't have that issue, but it definitely is not wide enough at the moment. That's why it's doing that. Sorry, the hired help is sort of identifying the machine as being a little bit wider than it actually is. Right. I'm going to jump out of you to be able to do this. So I go like that, and then I'm going to go here. I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to reset that one. That will reset it to the shop. Okay. And I'm going to go on there. I'm going to reset that one to the shop as well. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to jump into this one. So I've got right there a green front weight, which I don't want to use. I will be buying a different front weight for our new tractor. So bring that one over. This is a little bit of a gamble, selling it like this. Right, let's park you up there and have a look. So that track, 61,700. Just repair that a little bit. 39, 61,800. Sell, yes, okay. And sell that one for 942. Right. So I've now got 162,000. The money is ticking down a bit. What I can I can go and return those two machines if I want to. Let's go and check here a second. 570. It's still the best price at the transport company, so that's where we're heading right now. We will get this one down there, and we will sell the 47,000 litres that we've got. Now, 580... Was it 580? 570. 570... We've got 20,000, 23,000. We're probably with the 70 times... Oops, steady. 70 times 47. Well, 7 times 50 would be 350. That's 3,500 less 3 times 70. Something like 3,200. On top of 23,500, so we're looking at about 27,000. Roughly 27,000. That's going to take us to 169,189. We're going to be 11,000 shy of our desired total. 11,000 euros short. Now, that's not actually a bad thing. We can make up that money. The only thing that... I mean, we got two options. What we could do is we could go and do all the planting and then wait a day and then buy it. Or we can sell something else and then buy that something else back a little bit later on and just kind of like finish it off like that. It's gonna be one or the other. So we'll sell this lot right here. I mean, I might be able to get the tractor with less. If I got the tractor with a smaller engine, we'd probably be able to cover the cost of it. So there's, we're on 189,000. 27,000 come in from that. That's not too bad. That's not too shabby. I'll leave you right there. I'm going to leave you up there as well. And then I'm going to go into the shop right here, garage. Leased items. We got the Frith cab there. That one's going to return. Yes. And return you. Like that. And that one. And that one right there. So I've returned everything. That's our adventure with potatoes is now complete. So then we want to go to medium tractors in here. And it was the Valtra tractor that I was looking at doing. If I get no options at the moment, I go with a 210 horsepower tractor, I can afford it. I've already got the money for that. If I go with the upgrade, I don't have the money for it. I do want to go for the color. I want to get that, and I'm going to do the same with the rims. I have the rims. Actually, I'm not going to go with the rims that color. Okay, that I actually quite like that. But I know some of you aren't actually colorblind, and you don't tend to like it when I do things like that. I'm not a fan of white rims. I never have been. I'm trying to find like a happy medium for the rims. We'll just go with the same color as the tractor. I don't personally like that as much, but that's what we're going to go for. So we're going to buy that one right there. No GPS, and we'll upgrade the engine later as well. We will stick with that for now. And then we're going to want to go in here with the weights. So I'm thinking an Agco 1500 weight. I could go with the 2300. Actually, I think we'll go with the 2300 weight, the 2-ton weight right there. That's $2,000. And that one, I'm going to have the crimson color as well. And I'm going to buy that one 2,150 like that. So there is our brand shiny new tractor. Right there. Look at it in all its glory. I need 20,000 more euros in order to be able to upgrade this one to a bigger and better tractor, but right now that is our new toy. Okay, let's get this bad boy hooked on to our seed drill over here. We'll take it straight up the top and start doing some work up there. This one has got a lovely 53k on the speedo right there that we can pull if we need to. Whiz on round there. And he's 210 horsepower at the moment. Actually, what is the other tractor that we've got? Alright, the owned items right there. You're 210. You're 175 maxed out. This one's 210, and he's got the potential with 20 grand put into it to add another 40 horsepower on top of that. So this is the beast to keep an eye on. This is the one that will be doing the grain cart from here on in. Get that extra 40 horses under the bonnet before we start the next harvest, I'm hoping. There's no reason that I can think of that we won't actually be able to do that, because we get quite a bit now from our solar panels coming in. So that extra money coming from the solar panels should cover. Let's just start you up across there. Let's not have the AI extension. Let's just do that like that. That daily money that we got coming in should cover all the expenses and allow us to upgrade this tractor with that extra 20,000 before the next harvest. Now, admittedly, we're not going to be able to get the second combine just yet. That's going to have to wait until at least after the wheat harvest is done. Possibly the barley harvest as well, but we're not quite sure. The other thing that we want to be able to do is to go and get land and the cattle shed. Now, to start with, the only thing that we're going to need to go with that, like, we're going to want to buy some cows, and we're going to be making sure that we've got bedding for our cattle. So we're going to need to be able to store some straw. But the only other thing that we're going to want is, let me just put you there on hired help, is a mower. We've already got a forage wagon, so we can gather in loose material. We want a mower so that we can go and mow a bit of grass and throw that in for the cows just to start off with. There's not a lot going to be going in for them. How much are cows? I don't actually know how much cows are. I'm probably not going to be buying cows from the cattle market and taking them to the cattle over here. I don't even know if there is a cattle market on this map. Barn, restaurant, ranch. Animal dealer is all the way down at the port. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just not going to bother. So I'm kind of thinking that I want to buy the cattle right there. So I've got to buy the cow pastures. I go to land like this. I have to buy that one, and that's 160,000, and then I'd like to buy that one as well, which is 80. So we want 250,000 to be able to buy it. If we can get 250,000 euros, we can buy that one. We can start buying, I think, cows for 2,000 each, something along those lines. So roughly 2,000 euros each. We've just gone past 1 o'clock, so our money has actually gone up now to 8,000 compared to the 4,000 that we had just now. which is good. And we've only got these 2 fields up here plus the little bit still to go. So it's not going to take much to do that. You're going to go whizzing off down there. So I want 20 grand to upgrade this tractor, because I would like this one to be running at maximum capacity by the time we get to the harvest. And then we've got you over here, who has finished this field already. And there's another little patch that's gone and missed. There's 2 patches that it's missed at this end. Right. It seemed to be very good, does it? Missing these patches. I don't like that it does that. Let's have a look. Let's see. Let's go back over this way. We've got a bit over there and we've got a bit there. We already picked up a bit that it missed previously. It's not showing this bit here on the map, but it is missed it. So we'll do that little bit right there like that. And then I'll run over here and I'll get this. And then we can nip up the top. And we can go and get the new long field underway. Let's do that right there. Okay. So yeah, I want about 250,000 to get the cattle pasture. I want 20,000 first to be able to upgrade our biggest tractor. Now, if I get the biggest tractor first, the 2 combines, I'm kind of thinking that we'll leave them as they are for a minute and we will get the cows. Now, if we're getting cows, that means that we're going to want straw for them. The next 3 harvests are the ones that have straw. So we either need to be storing straw with bales, or we need to be storing it loose in a loose straw silo kind of system. I don't want to be dumping it loose in a shed. So I'm not dumping it loose in a shed, which means that I either have to buy a silo and store the straw loose, which I actually really like doing. I've been doing that on the Estancia Lepacho map, and like having a bulk handling system for straw, and I really like that. I think that kind of fits, like it does well. It would fit us here as well. It would be quite a good way of doing it. The only problem with that system is that you do have to like run backwards and forwards with the machines in order to be able to go and like get all the straw off the fields in the first place. So, you know, at least with bales, you just whiz up and down, turn them into bales, and job done. But to start with, we don't have a baler. Now, do I have... Actually, we'll look at the silos in a minute. I was just waiting for that one to move out of the way, but I'm just going to do a pass down this side a second. Like that, just to separate them a little tiny bit. And then I'm going to send you up along the side of the field right here. Like this. And we'll sort of watch it as well, and because I'm going to do... I don't think I need to do any more than 1 pass down the other end. I don't think I need any more than that. Let's put you to about there, shall we? And we'll press H on there. Now, let's go and have a look in here a minute. We want to go to that one. Silos in here. If I've got the mod active... There it is. Right, so there's farm silo placeable, which is the standard farm silo. But then there's also this one, which is a multi-fruit silo. That's separate. And if you have that one, it will keep it separate from this one. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to put this one over at the... So you've got a multi-fruit silo there that does actually do hay, straw, grass. Which is all I'd want to go in there. And silage as well. And that's 110,000, but it's quite low on the roof. Because the bit that I don't like about it is just how low it is on the roof. So it's a little bit more difficult for tipping into. Whereas the other one doesn't have anything over the top, so it's quite good for like tipping out. It is a little bit slow for emptying things out of it, but it's not too bad. Now this up this end, yeah, just 1 pass along here should be enough, I would have thought. I think we need any more than that. Let's just line you up a little bit like this and go. Right, we get that one up to the end. So, I mean, that tractor down there, he's nearly done half of that field over that side. These 6-meter drills, running at 25k, definitely worth the money, I would say. I would say that was definitely worth that investment. We got this money well spent, that is, as far as I'm concerned. Let's bring you in around this way and along here like this. Right. There. Lower that in. And away you go. Perfect. Right, so I've now got both of the tractors working away in the field. You're working away in the field over here. As soon as this one is done up here, we will run it down to the little tiny field down the bottom, and we will have a look at that one. So there, we've got the new seed drill and we've got the new tractor all working together. Just need to upgrade the engine on here, and possibly we want to be running with the wheels with the weights on the rear wheels when we come to the trailers, just to get that extra little bit of grip. Look at the money ticking down now when we're doing the seed drills like this. But yeah, I don't want to look in there, I want to look in here. These silos. So we've got, there's that one right there. You've got the standard farm silo placeable, which is the standard crops. And then you've got this one, multi-fruit placeable, which does those crops. And as far as I know, they don't mix together. So you can have both of them without, like, sort of the one silo extending the other. And so you got the standard extension and you got the multi-fruits extension. The problem is that's 180,000 euros for storage. Now I got another farm silo over here, but that one you got to get inside that shed. So it's only 60 grand. It does hold 500,000 and it does hold the straw, but you've got to actually get inside that shed, which is, I mean, you can use whichever shed you like. I do like the idea of it, and you've got root crop there, West Steel extensions here. I don't want to be using those. So we've got a couple of different options that we can use. I don't want to use the hayloft, even though, I mean, 250,000 litres is pretty good. We could store it in there, but it's I suppose it is 90 grand, and that is more suited. The only other one, like, right now, that multi-fruits placeable, yes, this kind of like a little bit too expensive for what we're looking at. See, I've got to choose between either something like this to store a load of straw from this harvest, from this wheat harvest, or we need to be buying a baler. Now, the only baler that we could really afford right now would be a round baler, which is 50 grand. Plus, we've then got to buy a trailer with auto load on it to go and pick them all up. No, I'm not picking them up any other way. We'll get auto load. I mean, we could go with the slight non-auto load stuff, which is... where is it? There, baling technology. This Anderson stuff. You got that round bale one there that picks up 24 at a time. That's pretty good. I mean, I like that one. I do. I really like it. But, again, it's expensive, isn't it? It's expensive to run. And, yeah, most of this stuff is expensive. So, a lot of these things are expensive. And I'm not sure that I want to run expensive. I don't really want to do expensive. 60 grand. Seems to be about the cost that we're looking at. If we go and spend $250,000 on cows, then we're also looking at 60,000 in order to be able to store some straw. And that... Where was I looking? I was looking in here, and it was the silos. 90 grand for a hayloft, and that gives me 250,000 litres of storage. To be honest, I'm thinking a hayloft is probably our best option. Not that one, and not the multi-fruits at the moment, despite the fact the multi-fruits has got a lot more capacity on it. This farm silo here is 60,000. We could use that. I mean, it is kind of like, you know, it is a barn. Technically, we're stuffing stuff back in. I'd use the red brick one, personally. Technically, we're packing stuff away in there that kind of, you know, fits. I mean, this one here, yeah, you could argue that you got a special system in there for handling the loose straw and that. So, you know, kind of like this one here, actually. Or we just go for the 90,000 for this one. At the moment, we don't have any of those options. Now, if we're able to go and sell enough straw, if we can sell the wheat straight off the fields, then we could be looking at getting a decent amount of money coming back in. I mean, we've got like this 1,300 there. Where is my list of prices? I found my list of prices. 1,400 is the best price that I've seen, so that 1,300 at the central grain elevator is well within 10% of the top price. So if we could get that and sell it, we got 1,500 in the silos. There's a little bit of extra money to go there. 1266 at the restaurant, and that's still climbing. That's actually within 10% of the top. 1,400 is the top. 1,400. Sorry, 140 down. Yeah, that's within the range. So we've got two prices on the list right here that are within top range. So we should be able to sell the wheat. I mean, obviously it's got 2 days yet. It'll fluctuate. There will be some differences. But I'm really thinking it would be a good idea to store straw from this harvest. I mean, maybe we don't. Maybe we sell the straw for this one. We've got 3 straw harvests, remember? So we get the wheat, we sell the wheat. We've then got barley straw still to come and oat straw as well. So we could end up getting enough. We're not going to be getting a lot of cows, are we? By the time we've spent our money, there's not going to be a lot coming in from cows. And I still want to upgrade this tractor. I'm not quite so concerned about upgrading the second Fendt at the moment. I'm going to get a second one of these. We'll turn the Fendt into one of these, so then the stayer ends up the smaller tractor on the farm, at least for the time being. But I'm not too concerned about doing that immediately. We've now got enough power tractors to be able to do everything that we want to do just at the moment to run the machinery that we've got. The combine will be an upgrade that we go for, I think, before we upgrade the second of the smaller tractors. But we'll see how the combines perform in the next harvest. If the combines do well enough, then we won't worry about upgrading the combines as a major priority. We will look to getting the cows as our major priorities. I think, yeah, we will sell the straw from this harvest, possibly even sell the straw from the next, but I'm actually liking the idea of storing the one from the barley harvest, because I don't remember how much straw you get from oats, whether they've reduced, because you don't get that many oats coming off, not compared to wheat and barley, so maybe it's not really going to be worth, there won't be all that much in the way of oat straw to come off. I can't remember what the oat straw, the yield, compares to wheat and barley, or whether the straw yield is actually the same for all 3 crops. We are, whatever happens, going to need to store the straw from one of those harvests in order to make sure that the cows have got enough to start off with. Now, we won't necessarily need to store all of it, because we won't be getting loads of cows to start with, but we'll certainly be getting a few. Outside of seasons, because obviously we're not using seasons, do cows reproduce? I don't remember if the milking cows reproduce or not. That's kind of, I realise that's kind of like a important thing for us to find out about. If they do reproduce, then brilliant. It means that our herd will start increasing right from the get-go. But I genuinely don't remember. I think they do. It's a job to remember which bits are seasons and which bits are just standard game sometimes. It really is. Right, we'll put you right back there. Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.